Let's move forward with JJ McCarthy. How does he compare in the NFL draft? How does he compare to the other quarterbacks? There's obviously people like Michael Penix. I mean, there's a lot of quarterbacks heading in this draft that are pretty talented, but what I want to talk about is one of the major things. How does JJ McCarthy compare? And the reason why I like JJ McCarthy going into the draft. He played well at Michigan, obviously won a national championship. They played great. They beat Washington. There's a lot of other good quarterbacks. But where the difference comes in for me and with quarterbacks heading into the National Football League is who was your coach? Who was around you during those phases? Who was around you during your wins? Who was around you during your losses? And I think having someone like this and more of an NFL-style coach, someone who coached in the NFL before, now he's back in the NFL again with the Chargers, and it's like, this is why JJ McCarthy is going to have a lot of success. And a lot of coaches in the NFL should start looking at it going, who was his coach in college? Who was he around? And Jim Harbaugh said, look, this is one of the best quarterbacks ever to play at Michigan. Remember who played at Michigan? Tom Brady. So apparently Jim Harbaugh was super high on JJ McCarthy. He showed a lot of poise, played well, especially in the national championship game, passed the ball well, ran the ball for first downs, showed a lot of grit. And if you want to say, the experiences, being able to sit back in the pocket and have composure, right? During 70, 80,000 people, a big crowd. I think it's really important that people like JJ McCarthy are noticed. Now, I'm not saying there's not other great talents. I'm not saying he doesn't have a lot of competition. I'm just saying you got to look at the overall person. How does he handle himself? Not just the composure, but on and off the field. JJ McCarthy is someone that the NFL teams, organizations should be very, very heavily on because he's got everything around him, the building blocks, the experience level, and I think the morale from where he comes from is going to be exceptional heading into the draft. And people are like, well, I like Michael Penix. Well, I like this guy. I like Drake May. There's all these people they keep naming, right? Caleb Williams, the number one talent that people keep talking about. Yeah, he's exceptional. He's a great player. Caleb Williams is one of those guys where you can't fall short. You can't say he's not the quote-unquote best guy in the draft. But if it's not JJ McCarthy, he's a close second. And I think that it all comes down to your coaching staff, how you played in college, but who you were surrounded by, your experience. When you wake up, the way they did NFL, game tape and how they do college game tape, right? Waking up, having your prerequisites, things you got to do, getting to the conference rooms on time, being in those quarterback meetings, being with your offensive coordinators, being with your quarterback coach, whatever you got, being there, getting those playbook installs lined up. It's really important that someone like JJ McCarthy brings that level of excitement, morale, and more importantly, the competitive nature behind having his teammates as he moves into the NFL draft. I just think that he's a great quarterback. I think a lot of people are going to be surprised when they actually see how high JJ McCarthy goes. Hey guys, thanks for watching and tuning into the Brandon Mason Show. Please remember to like and subscribe. Until next time.